Hey, it's Lemons with the Brofessor's Test Kitchen. This Safari Week, Professor Rex and I have prepared a guide for you on how to properly perform the Pokeblock Glitch in the Hoenn Safari Zone. Rex will be providing an explanation of how to use Pokeblocks, and I have the privilege of teaching you how to make them. In order to be prepared for the optimal catching strategy, you'll need red and green Pokeblocks. Today I'll be walking you through the process of making green Pokeblocks. The berries used to make Pokeblocks come in 5 flavors: spicy, dry, sweet, bitter, and sour. And each flavor overpowers another. Spicy over sour, sour over bitter, bitter over sweet, sweet over dry, and dry over spicy. Using these, Professor X and I have come up with every single recipe that we use to create Pokeblocks. Professor X's spreadsheet listing all of the recipes will be listed in the description. And without further ado, let's get started. For today's recipe, we will be using nanaberries to make our green Pokeblocks. And while I have a nice blender that's easy to use, you will not be using the same blenders. So, in order to explain Pokeblock blending in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, we have our resident Pokeblock blending expert, Lemons, to explain. So, the 2-player Pokeblock blending strategy obviously involves using 2 systems, 2 games, and a link cable. The first thing you want to do is fly to any city with a Pokemon contest hall and go to the vacant Pokeblock blender. Link your games together, interact with the blender, and start the mini game by selecting your berries. For this recipe, we're using a Rost berry and an Oran berry. And once the minigame starts, press A when the arrow lines up with your name on the blender until the Pokeblocks are completely blended. Afterward, both games will receive a green Pokeblock. Now, one thing that's important to know about making Pokeblocks is to always have a good supply of berries. As you may know, the Hoenn region has officially banned the sale of berries in any store, so you have to grow your own. Which means you need to make sure that your game can grow berries. If your game has not received the berry program update, you'll need to make sure to mix records with Pokemon Emerald or connect it for battle or trade with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness or Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube. And secondly, you must never ever use your last berry. And since this blender is going to be very loud, I'll send you back over to learn about the single player blending strategy. For the single player strategy, you have to go to specific contest halls because there are different NPCs at each. For this recipe, we're going to be going to Verdanturf Town and using a Rost berry when we play with the old man. After the minigame is over, you should receive a green Pokeblock. thanks for watching this guide. It was a lot of fun to make, and it literally started with me reading Rex's Hoenn Safari Zone document and then getting bored in math class and deciding to look into Pokeblocks. I know that it is much more drastic how successful this is compared to Rex's bait strategy from last year, so I personally won't be offended at all if you decide not to use it because it's kind of cheap and against the spirit of Safari Week. But if you've given it several tries the normal way with just Safari Balls and you're kind of going crazy, try Pokeblocks. It's a pretty good way to find closure, I suppose. This Safari Week, I will likely just be in a voice call with the Brofessors. But if I do stream, you can find me at twitch.tv/lollemons. That's LOLLEMONZ with an underscore at the end. The most relevant hunt I have this Safari Week to this video is going to be Phanpy in the Hoenn Safari Zone, because I will be using Pokeblocks to catch it if I find one. So once again, thank you for watching. Go check out Professor Rex's half of the video. It won't make complete sense without this one. Or this one won't make complete sense without his.